a guest to be in your live video.
So we'll just have to wait for Nicole.
Hi Maria! Oh, you're in Paris. Very nice.
Hey, David.
Hi, Nicole. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. I have to admit the internet connection's driving me nuts. So let's hope it stays smooth.
So I can just to a bad microphone.
It's like a love-hate with technology at the moment.
My life. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually,
Just maybe I can see. I've never done this before on Instagram, so I can see everyone.
Checking in to say hi to everybody. Well, thanks for doing this with me.
No problem.
I know it's your first.
It is. It is. I'm an Instagram live novice.
I was thinking, of all the artists which we worked with for this exhibition, you're my oldest friend. Put it that way. Known you the longest.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was reading.
You're too busy reading. Try focus, David.
Sorry. Focus.
We can give shout outs later.
I can't do more than two things at the same time.
Hello, everyone's saying hi.
Hello. Oh, human.
No, I was just saying that you're one of the, I don't want to say the oldest artists, but the longest. I've known you the longest of all the artists that we're working with.
Amazing.
So I mean,
also probably I'm the oldest as well.
I don't know about that. Let's move on, shall we? Well, because I think back in 2008 we had a group exhibition in Hong Kong with Jay, with Adapter, called Attention Spam. And I just can't believe that was over 12 years ago.
I know, amazing. It feels such a good time. It's an amazing trip.
Yeah, and quite a lot of things have changed.
We still talk about it to this day.
Pardon?
We talk about it to this day.
It was like a decade ago.
Oh my God, amazing.
I think quite a lot has changed since then. I guess I want to start off by asking you, what was your first impression of the house and the space which you've been working with?
It's a beautiful space. It's amazing. It's really impressed. And I'd seen stuff in photographic form on a PDF, but to actually be in the room itself and have a free rein to attack the walls and take out the frustrations of being in quarantine for 3 months, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to come to that later. But what I'm curious about was, did you already have ideas about what you wanted to paint on the walls, or was it freestyle?
I had a vague notion, but I just very much sort of freestyled it once I was in the situation, because you don't get a sense of like the height of the ceilings, the light in the room. Yeah,
so you've been busy since I last had a chat with you yesterday.
Yes.
Show me around the room a little bit.
No, not at all.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, of course. Look, as if by magic, but no hands. Whoa!
Way! Well, I mean, for me, the suspense is killing me because I'm all the way in Hong Kong.
So I did some of the paintings sort of pre I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Pre-visit during the quarantine process. And then
Yeah, so you've been working on those in your studio.
and knew that I was going to position those within whatever I did on the wall. So yeah, I think it looks. I'm really pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah. Sorry, what does that say? All. Couldn't read that.
All the wisdom I got left.
Left. I think
No,
you
I
got
don't have a lot of wisdom. And what I do have left is
do you ever have it?
Slowly deserting me. Oh,
The
and
city
then
on the walls, yeah. Great.
so
I do like the contrast between, you know, you've got your
they're
text and landscapes.
quite small, quite classical, and then the text is quite rough and ready. Like I was using the language of the visual language of protest, daubing a big slogan on the wall, and yeah, just sort of the contrast of more. They're not delicate as such painting, but
Well, it's almost
yeah,
more classical.
almost classical. I wanted them to look almost classical.
Yeah,
And
classical is something that's much more freeform, I suppose. I just actually noticed there was a question. Someone was asking if you're writing on reverse in the wall, or is it just the camera? You're writing reverse, right? Because you often write in reverse.
Oh, just the camera. Yeah. It's
Oh, it is the camera.
Oh, it's embarrassing. Apparently, I'm just reading here.
No, because in a lot of the illustrations you've done, you always write backwards.
Yeah,
not backwards, but mirror.
There is a little bit of reverse text on.
Oh, you'll see that. Yeah.
Which will probably come out the right way around in the scroll world.
And it all looks good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I like how you painted some of the landscapes directly on the wall as well. It's a great contrast.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a couple more larger pieces, but with the sort of lockdown, getting hold of the frames and
well, that's
the directing in keeping with the,
right, at the moment. Nothing's working, I guess, like normal, if you like. So, I mean, just like with this project, we've had so many obstacles that we need to constantly jump over and just sort of improvise and innovate around it. But it looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, really pleased with the finished.
Yeah, I just hope I can see it in person.
So do you think, so maybe the end of July, you'd be able to?
Hopefully, yeah. I hope to come end of July. We'll see how things go. I don't think Hong Kong's going to bring down the quarantine, reverse the quarantine, but maybe the UK might, so let's see.
Yeah, the vague UK quarantine.
Well, you've been in isolation for 3 months, right? So actually, if you don't mind, I wanted to bring it up because for me, I think, you know, pivotal moments in life is so important. And I know that you had a health scare, if you like.
Yeah.
And I guess that was, you know, one of those pivotal moments. And I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it also influenced your artwork. So I was wondering if you could, you know, tell us a bit about that and what happened. If you're open to it.
Yeah, the the end of August, I had a heart attack and some strokes, and a bit of kidney failure involved with that, and it wasn't it was it sounds really dramatic, but to me it just felt like I had I couldn't work out why everyone was having making such.
Sorry, say that again. It sounds really
dramatic. I just felt like I had a touch of indigestion.
Oh my god.
And then, I ended up in hospital for almost just shy of a month,
Yeah.
And it was.
And did it come on really suddenly, like just out of the blue? No.
Yeah, I just overnight. Yeah, it was a complete shock when I was in hospital and these doctors kept turning up at the bedside. And, oh, and by the way, and every day they came, there was like a different. Oh, and you also, and also this, and also. I was like, just if you don't turn up, then nothing's wrong, right? It's fine. You don't have to. But yeah, so it's just a few lifestyle changes. So I've been sober for 9 months.
Yeah.
And yeah, just literally throwing myself into painting.
So at that point, were you still living in London, or were you ready, sort of in the suburbs or in the countryside?
We moved out from Lewisham, which is sort of the southeast like suburb of London,
Yeah.
to the countryside, to the Kent countryside, about seven years ago.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're very relaxed about it, but I just noticed somebody said, it is dramatic, and it is very dramatic.
Yeah, yeah.
You take it very well, but I mean, and do you think it?
I don't. Maybe it hasn't shrunk in. Sunk in.
Hasn't sunk in yet.
Hasn't sunk in. That's the other thing. That's not a symptom. I've never been able to get the right words in.
Well, I mean, you look good. You look healthy.
My wife was like,
yeah.
how can you tell? Because he always sounds like an idiot.
Lilana, so naughty. But I mean, yeah, obviously, when you came to the house, we were very concerned because with COVID and everything. So I was super strict with everyone before your arrival.
Yeah, and everyone's.
We don't want to take any risks, but I know for you, you've been at home for 3 months. So it must be good to get out of the house.
To be honest, I've probably been isolating for about 7 years because I was explaining earlier, I'm a little bit unsocial.
Yeah.
Well, not antisocial or whatever. So.
Oh well, this must be a dream if you are.
Oh yeah. I don't have to make excuses for not going out now.
Yeah. So did your landscape paintings come about after that happened, or were you already painting landscape before?
I was already painting landscapes maybe in the past 5 years. My dad, oh God, he sounds like a get the violins out. Well, my dad passed away about 5 years ago, and we were clearing out his garage at my mum's request. His garage, her garage now. But
yeah.
I just found some old watercolors and some paper in amongst the stuff. So I thought,
and that's what got you started.
Just have a little go, and then just painted one little landscape. There's where we live. You can always see there's like a little bonfire in the distance. That it's
okay.
I painted that and then put it on Instagram. And, a friend of mine who also runs a gallery bought it and then said, we should do a show, which is a great leap of faith from just one tiny postcard size painting. And then that just felt like a challenge and a new lease of life.
Yeah, because it is very different, because before that your style was much more illustrative, right? And you were illustrating for a long time.
It was quite monochrome as well, so it felt like and quite tight, quite refined. Is when you talk about when I say refined, it sounds so weird. I'm the least refined person there is, but quite tight, I guess. And this was the opposite of that freedom of movement. There's no drawing involved at all. Just putting paint on.
So so someone was actually asking, Paradise Ali was asking if you could tell us about your creative process, and what was the concept behind the piece you're creating in the house. I am curious, like your landscapes, for example, are they places you've been to? Like, do you have a reference, or is it really your imagination?
The ones in the house are just purely from imagination, because we couldn't go anywhere. We weren't allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I just
you weren't even tempted or allowed to, you know, drive to somewhere very remote.
no, it was essential travel only, and I would have felt like a right fool if I was the only person out with an easel in the middle of it. Yeah, so
I always picture this romantic image of you, you know, rolling hills around you. All of the Lana there and the cat.
A big sweary man in a field, just kicking his easel down the hill.
Well, do you think once your health gets better, and if things change with the pandemic, is that something you would do, or will you continue to do it?
I'm probably a mix of both. I've really enjoyed this process of conjuring up landscapes from my imagination, but I think I need to. There's a difficulty in when I first started them at home. Everything was flat. You know, this is land, this is sky, and there was. I mean, there's not much detail in them anyway. But there was
you say that, but I do feel. I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't even seen any of the originals, but just looking at the images on the screen, I feel like there's a lot of emotion in it, and it doesn't look flat.
Thank you.
It's true, and especially I saw you posted one up recently of the fire. There's a fire landscape. Yes. That was really powerful. Where did that come from?
So it used to be a wood on the way down to us, and they were burning stuff down there. So I used to go down there and say, "Do you mind if I paint you?" Or paint this fire, and then just end up with a folio of leaf, whatever. So I just took some alcohol down, and then that was fine. Could do what I wanted. Wasn't. I was a weirdo with alcohol. I wasn't just a weirdo.
Well, it's a very strong work. So I think
Thank you.
It's unfair of you to say that. It's just a line, and they're all flat. And I can't wait to see them in person.
Oh, you should have seen the ones when I first started. They were, I don't know, it was just getting into the flow. Like not trying to conjure up an imagined place rather than.
Yeah. And I think you have a very sort of strong palette in terms of, for me, it's like. Sorry, how to explain it. I guess the tones and the color you use, it's quite it's like a signature for me anyway when I look at your paintings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So just trying to capture light and different times of the day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
And then I found that like first thing in the morning I'd be painting nighttime scenes, and then at night time I'd be painting daytime scenes, which is kind of weird.
Grass is always greener. And so in terms of like this project, could you tell me, I don't know, what made you want to be a part of it, or is it purely based on our history? Excuse to get out of the house.
Our history and the opportunity to kind of to have a room all of my art that wasn't curated, or not that anyone tells me what needs to happen in the gallery, but yeah, just.
Have you done something like this before?
Never, not in a house setting with my own on four walls.
Yeah, and free reign.
Yeah, totally. Because I've done some galleries. I've done stuff in, and they don't want you because you know when your show comes down, they need to put up another one. So they don't want the paint all battered over the ceiling. Or,
Yeah. Well, that's the fun of this project, I think, is that
totally.
there's no rules at all.
Yeah. I've seen some of the other rooms, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait to see it. Must see it.
Amazing.
And then, so the title of the exhibition is called disCONNECT. disCONNECT Connect. I was wondering if you could say a little bit about how you feel like your artwork relates to that, to the theme, to the title, about the pandemic.
Just from a personal level, I felt like disconnecting from the outside world with this and trying to reconnect by using just purely imagination, you know. Yeah. Does that make sense? Sometimes I find I'm saying stuff and then just words come out that aren't actually sentences. And then I have to think like, am I actually, yeah, he's rambling now. Sorry.
We'll have those moments, don't worry. There's Stuart Gochlin, sorry if I'm not saying your name right. He says, this is the first time that I've seen you bring your two contrasting types of work together. It's really interesting. Have you ever seen the film The Lighthouse with William Dafoe?
No, but it's on the list. So I'd love to. Sounds even more intriguing.
I haven't seen it either.
I think I'm going to watch it tonight. Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks for the reminder. Let's see. Sorry, I did actually prepare some notes. So we already talked about pivotal moment in your life, and so for the exhibition, what are you hoping the audience will get from visiting your room?
Well, good. That's a great question. I'm going to just fill a bit of time while I think about that. Well, hopefully there's a feeling of tranquility and openness within the paintings, within this sort of manic setting. So maybe, I don't know, sort of a balance of unease and ease at the same time.
Yeah, I think you captured that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I love the idea of having your landscapes as part of the show, because you know, there is a sense of calm, but also sort of an underlining of, for me anyway, a bit of danger or sort of darkness. And I think it's, you know, it's that calm is also what we need right now, and a sort of escapism.
Definitely. It's,
I can hear the birds chirping in the background.
Oh, I'm just looking at the window. It's just there. Can see Battersea Power Station. But it's just green. It's like a beautiful garden, a beautiful day.
It's so
I'm
nice.
moving in.
I've got someone asking, when did you start painting? How and why? Oh,
what generally? God.
You have painted.
Yeah, I probably when I was a child, about 3 or 4, and then it was the only thing I was good at. You can probably judge. I'm not very good at talking. I'm not very good at writing.
I'm not sure about the writing bit.
Yeah, I was crap at sport. I'm not. There was nothing left. It was pre-decided that that's all I could do. So if I needed to put food on the table, people would
nothing wrong with the creative gene. And I've got someone asking now, how does karaoke influence your work?
Karaoke?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Well, I've been literally singing up here the whole time. Jump by Van Halen, mainly. Just on a continuous. Who asked the karaoke question? That's amazing.
Pardon?
Who asked that karaoke question?
Amateur Occult Club.
Oh yeah. Hi Everett. Yeah.
Is there a karaoke story behind that? Is that why that's
not that I can, no, not, I'm willing to divulge, you know, in the public forum.
Yeah. So I guess obviously you've been at home for 3 months, you've been in isolation. How do you sort of keep yourself focused and, I don't know, maintain your creativity having been home for so long?
I have to, because we're both working from home now, so I have to look busy in the mornings. I can't, you know, just laze around. I have to pretend that I do stuff during the day. So probably being more creative now than I ever have been. Can't just pretend, you know, pretend to do a painting at 4:30 or 6 o'clock. Oh, that's tough, doing. It doesn't wash.
I can't imagine that you can fool her though.
No.
So how long does it take you to paint a landscape? I mean, like the ones behind you. I mean, I like the scale of them. Like
probably a day.
A day.
On a day, yeah. I try
and
and not.
Sorry.
I try and not do stuff longer than that. I read an interview with an artist in a magazine that said if it takes longer than a few hours, then it's just self-indulgent bullshit. And I've really taken that to heart. I mean, it's not necessarily correct. You know,
I mean, I suppose the scale you're working at for this show that might apply, but
yeah.
Do you work on multiple canvases at one time, or just
just with the space? Just with the space that we have is one at a time. Because yeah, I'm in quite a confined space because we share a workspace now, so it's yeah.
And with your cats.
Oh yeah. They into everything.
I just saw Bray just came on. They said big love to you and me. Hi guys.
Hello.
And do you think the pandemic has changed your work?
Well, no, I don't think it has. Other than, well, maybe, yeah, it has because I've not been going outside so much. So it's forced me to use my imagination a bit more, maybe.
Yeah, and you've been more productive, I guess.
Yeah. I think I have.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a focus because there's less distraction. You can't pop out. I mean, you can now, I guess. But yeah, we worked for 3 months. You know, while the lockdown's on, you can. I mean, you still can't go to the cinema.
Yeah. So you were literally at home for 3 months straight.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a garden, so we're quite lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So I haven't been, stuck indoors like a withering. I can't think of a plant that I might be like. Aloe vera plant.
Yeah. And then, so actually I had some questions earlier on from Quinn Michael Reeder. And he said, who are some of your inspirations? Like, do you have any inspirations for art? I'm assuming he means other artists.
Yeah. Oh God, there's loads. I mean, like from the painting front, looking at there's a painter called Fred Kuning, Kuning, and his landscapes are amazing. My dad had one of his still hanging. It's
okay.
Yeah,
so it's an artwork.
Stunning.
You had a painting that you grew up with.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's of a shooting range at Denge, which is on the south coast. But it's almost abstract, and it's just light and abstracted, and just jealous every time I go around and see my mum. It's like
take that painting with you.
Yeah. Taking it postcard bit by postcard, so she'll never notice.
Yeah, And do you have any other inspirations? I mean, like, do you look at, I don't know, other artists or landscapes?
Yeah,
do you actually research or just things that you come across?
yeah. Yeah, Billy Childish is like his landscape, his paintings are pretty awe-inspiring. Peter Doig, people like this, Turner, obviously. Yeah, just any yeah. Just I think with that is the light, amazing.
Very good technique. And he also asked, which actually I think is quite a good question, I suppose, is whether you incorporate emotion into your artwork and whether it plays a big role or not, big or small role.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, I'm quite an emotional kind of man, so I think. Yeah, I get. Yeah, yeah. They're not created like in an emotionalist sort of vacuum.
Yeah. Is it like a release for you?
Yeah. So you take out all the frustrations with a big brush mark and.
Yeah, I was going to ask whether it was, sort of like negative or positive emotions. But a lot of your work, I feel it's quite dark.
Yeah, just a dark character, right? Yeah, I think
It's so
it is a
different to your personality.
yeah. Because I think because I can get all the darkness out. I think if it doesn't come out, I just end up swearing profusely and really loudly, upsetting the neighbours.
Yeah. Sorry, you kind of cut out just there.
Oh yeah, I was just saying about me swearing a lot.
GB Page says, I love Fred Blooming too.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
And then actually, pardon?
I missed that, sorry.
GB Page, who's actually my mother-in-law, she said, I love Fred Blooming too.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Murat was saying, how about Turner? Do you get inspired by Turner's works?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
See, that was
epic.
And then, so Alex Faxo, who's one of the artists of the show, he actually posed a question too. He said, what do you find the most important inspiration for your work?
God, thanks, Alex. Thanks for a really tricky question. So I've got no answer. I don't know. I tend not to. It sounds really like facile and blank, but I don't really think about it. I just, once it's done, then it's done, and then I move on. I don't sort of think, yeah, I've done something amazing.
Yeah. So when you start out with a landscape, do you sort of set the general, I guess, topography might be the right word, or is it more about the colors? I can't even say topography is kind of, and then the color palette. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess what they sort of lead into one another.
Yeah. I hope we got a time lapse of you painting because I'd love to see how it actually comes.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the guys did something where I was moving as well. I was just sort of stood still staring at a wall. About 4 hours and then did a point in everything.
Tissue Clouds just asked, are there any unmet so far career aspirations?
Thanks, Maria. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds really. It'd be great to have like a big museum, like being a museum show somewhere, or I don't know.
Still possible.
Yeah. Maybe while I'm alive would be quite nice. He says, right, Brandon.
David. Sorry, I'm just checking my computer because I actually had, I think someone who went to school with you had a question.
No, I don't have any money.
No, don't worry.
Don't
Don't worry.
know.
I have censored all the questions. It's Keith Walters. He said that at school you were king of gouache, and at early art college. And he said, "What's your favorite media to use currently?"
Oh, hello, Keith. Been a while. Yeah, probably like acrylic paint, I guess, is a bit of an obsession. So I started off with a small set of like these found watercolours, and then paint collections just grown and grown and grown. Like every day there's every day in the past 3 months there's been a knock at the door with a delivery of acrylic paint.
Just not enough of it. And why acrylic over oils, for example?
I did try oil, but when I was going out, and then you just logistics, traveling back, so I didn't really think about it, and you know, like you put it in a bag, and then you end up with a big oily mess in the bag, and all your day's work is just ruined. Whereas acrylic just dries sometimes too quickly, but yeah, within like half an hour maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I have some oil paintings in our collection, and like 10 years later, it's still.
Well, they're still wet.
Yep, still wet.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I could. Don't think I could deal with that.
Socially Untitled, they just said, "When will you be back at your desk, David?"
Oh, yeah, I'm actually sitting at desk now. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, Dave, tomorrow morning, I'll be back at my desk. So David at Untitled Studio is a really talented designer. He's commissioned me to do a couple of illustrations. Morning.
I was wondering if it's to do with your illustration days. Yeah. Let's see. And so Keith had another question. He said he'd be interested to hear about your influences. For example, he knows that one is David Lynch. And have you ever managed to catch any of his shows?
Yes and no, I haven't. Well, I should.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they existed. I saw Keith's Facebook recently, and yeah.
So, are you on social media a lot? I mean, since you can't socialize, you know.
Yeah. Probably too much. So
I think
Instagram.
that goes for all of us at this point.
Yeah. It's a slave to Facebook, and.
Yeah, good and bad, right? Technology, I have to say. And then someone else said, "Will you come down to the valley when this is all over?"
Never. That's a football-related question.
Where's the valley?
It's Charlton Athletic Play there, and is that from a guy called Bray?
I'm not sure, to be honest. It's been going so quickly. Sorry.
Yeah. That's so the football team I support are it's one of the rivals. So if Crystal Palace get relegated, then yeah. So my uncle used to support Charlton, and he used to say the same thing. But...
No, okay. All right. Should we maybe go back to art then?
Yeah. Move. Yeah. Let's not talk about football. We'll be here till like 9. You'll be up in the. Yeah. He's still talking about football.
So, what was the last exhibition you went to go see? Do you remember?
No, I can't. Do you know what? It's been so long.
Yeah.
Actually, the last one, a guy called Ben Addison at the Ben Oakley Gallery. So
yeah.
And also when I saw a show by Ray Richardson from Charlton Athletic fame, and hear the show at a gallery in the West End. But yeah, amazing. But those both started just before the lockdown began. So
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing paintings.
Yeah.
Both like
Well, now
figurative.
a lot of the galleries are starting to open up now in London. Is that right?
Yeah, I think with social distancing and stuff, I think they're allowed to get back in there.
Yeah. How do you see, I don't know, the pandemic, like in terms of, I don't know, there's, everyone has their own feelings or emotions or opinions about it. Are you positive? Like, do you think something positive will come out of it, or?
Yeah, I think, it kind of swings from feeling quite positive to quite negative. Yeah, you just see how the British government's been with the whole affair. And you look at what other countries have done to contain it, and you think, God, I wish I lived in New Zealand. I wish they were our government.
Do you follow it quite avidly, like on the news and stuff, or do you
yeah,
and just don't hear it?
So while we've been working, I tend to have, because I'm not allowed to put football on the radio, talk sport on a daily basis. So
Okay.
we have to have the news on, and then just as a background noise rather than sort of imploding silence of your own thoughts, lack of thoughts. I don't know.
It has kind of become a bit like background noise. I mean, I almost wonder, when we decided on the theme of this exhibition, I was like, are everyone going to be so, over the pandemic and the whole discussion about it? Just because, if you watch the news, that's all you ever see. It's just COVID, it's all talking about the numbers, and I don't know. I just feel like it's this constant negativity coming through, through the news. And I wanted to do an exhibition which was trying to be positive in some ways, right? Rather than constantly postpone the show,
Yes.
or delay it, or, cancel it. Just figure it's a matter of, moving forward and sort of living with it, I suppose. I say that, but here I am in Hong Kong, missing out on all the fun while you guys are, taking.
Yeah, well, everyone runs right.
Pardon?
Well, everyone runs right in your house.
Yeah.
Like, let the children in yeah. Home Alone film, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, also something else I wanted to thank you for was taking part in the coloring book.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, no problem.
We've had some submissions so far.
A couple of people have posted their versions online. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them was actually, he's one of the architects for the house.
All right, amazing.
The black and gold one. But yeah, it's been kind of fun to see them coming in, see how people have. And I've given them to my kids, obviously. Still working.
Oh yeah.
And they paint within the lines. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
They're like, Mom, how about you? I'm like, yes. Well, I'll get to it eventually. So do you think? So have you finished? You finished the room then?
Yeah. Just added some finishing touches this morning, and then Doug's been filming little bits here and there, and then this chat.
Yeah. I hope you got the floor messy. Did you get the floor messy?
Yeah. There's yeah. It's a beautiful olive green carpet, which you can't see. Yeah. It's not as messy as it could have been, I guess. But
oh, that's good. All right. Well, I know that you've had a long day, and I know you got a long drive home. So I don't want to keep you for too long. If anyone who's watching has any last minute questions, you got 2 minutes. And then I think we're going to sign off so David can go home.
yeah, and then I can
How long is the drive, by the way?
It's just over an hour, so it's not bad. It's just around the South Circular. Yesterday it took ages because I think there was an accident or something. So I was just sort of sitting there, and I got a message. Tom got a message saying, "We're all ready for you. Where are you?"
I was a bit like, I don't even have Lalana's number.
Yeah, just got lost. Ended up in North London somewhere. And Clapham North. No, what? I don't, yeah. Well, I made it in the end. But yeah, it's been it's just nice to kind of get out and it's quite
Yes.
quite.
But I think it's important you get back to the safety of your home too.
Yeah. It's quite an eye opener seeing, because where we are in the country, there aren't that many people, and then the closer you get in nearer into London, it's just like nothing's changed really.
Really?
Yeah,
so
yeah. Everyone,
people out and about.
Yeah, it was I was on Sunday when I first came, when I left, like the Clapham Common was just mobbed. I guess the weather's been so nice, but it was like, come on, people, there's a pandemic going on.
Should have shouted at them when you went out.
Yeah.
Go back home.
Yeah. Just
were they wearing masks? People wearing masks?
No. There's a small handful of people that have got them, but yeah, a lot of people on here. A lot of people on the common.
Good time.
All right.
Of course, people wear masks in our house. Yes, that I know.
Yeah.
I'm more curious about people outside.
But
I do think it's a cultural thing, I suppose, because if you walk out in the streets in Hong Kong, everyone is wearing masks. Every single person. Yeah,
I think it's yet to kind of become a daily habit, I guess. A lot of joggers, but heavy mouth breathers. No, don't do that.
Are they even hard to get though in London? You know what I mean? Can you just go into Boots and get some?
I think, yeah. Lately, in the past couple of weeks, maybe people have started stocking them, and there has been like a mad panic to get them.
Not like the toilet rolls when everyone went mad.
No, it was just insane watching this unfold in the news, like people fighting over. You could understand if it was.
Did you get in on that action? Did you load up on toilet roll?
No, I already got a shed full of toilet roll. Already planning for the Armageddon. So, you know.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we'll end with toilet roll, shall we?
Yeah. What's a good place to end?
All right, David. Well, it's so good to chat to you.
Yeah, great to see you. Great to see you guys. Well, hopefully, we'll see you in July.
Yeah. So we open on the 23rd of July. No, sorry, the 24th of July till the 24th of August. So hopefully, see you around then. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, yeah, I'll speak to you before then. But yeah, see you later.
Take care. Get home safe. Bye.
Bye,
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.